Hello, my name is D Style. I'm going to be talking about Bret the Hitman Hart and some comments he has made about Triple H. Many consider them controversial, but I'm going to give my thoughts on it, of course. And feel free to chime in, leave a comment in the comment section whenever it is you're listening to this, and give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe. I do have mainly boxing content, but I'll be doing a little more wrestling takes and stuff like that moving forward. Look, my favorite wrestler, quick disclosure of all time, is Bret the Hitman Hart. Okay, so I just want to make sure people understand that, but I'm here to make a case that Bret Hart is not really wrong about, he's not really wrong, about Triple H. And I'm going to give a case here, and I'm going to use two matches of Triple H to kind of illustrate this for you, okay? And explain to people that he hasn't really, like the one thing that Bret Hart says, that he hasn't really done anything. Right, he has accolades on paper. He has, because it's whatever, right? But what has he really done? Like what epic matches has he had? And when he has had those epic matches, was it really because of Triple H, or was it the dance partner that he had with him? Right. So I want to talk about two matches and how the psychology in the matches were completely missed. They missed the boat completely. Right, and we'll kind of go from there. All right. Let me just look up one more thing really quick. My bad. So look, I am a firm believer that the best wrestlers of all time, right, have a little something extra. That it's not the athleticism. It's those are bonuses, right? You know what I mean? How you present a story and all that. The psychology is what matters the most in wrestling, and it's what captivates people, right? And it's what gives that it factor to somebody. You know what I mean? Triple H, I believe he's good on the mic. I think his quote-unquote execution in matches is good, right? Tells good stories in the ring, and you might say, well, wait a minute. You just said his psychology is lacking. He's missed the boat pretty hard. And what's up, Mr. Bob, today? And I'm actually going to talk about that match first, right? WrestleMania 25, right? Which for some strange reason, WWF or E called it the 25th anniversary. Nah, bro, the 25th anniversary would be WrestleMania 26, but that's not here nor there, okay? But with that said, I agree, L-Dub. Jake the Snake Roberts, definitely the best, probably the best psychology ever, and I do agree with that. And that's a hell of a statement, but I do agree. Randy Orton, Triple H. If you just look at the match, decent, and Mr. Boxing Today 2 put in the chat, right, is a good way to say it, right? So one has to say, though, like, do you want the main event of WrestleMania to be decent? What was missing in the psychology of that match that the fans were just disconnected from both those two characters? What is it about that match that was just decent? Like, it's okay. You can't really look at it and be like, oh, they did that move wrong. Or like, I'm not really dissecting it from that. I'm dissecting it from the psychology. So let me get this straight and let me walk it down for you, okay? Randy Orton was attacking Triple H from behind in many cases. He handcuffed Triple H to the ropes and kissed his wife in front of him while she was knocked out. Triple H invaded the home of Randy Orton, that with a sledgehammer looking to kill Randy Orton, and then they're at the main event of WrestleMania, and they just have a standard wrestling match. Don't you see the problem with that? Like, you were standing in the other side of the ring from the man that kissed your wife while she was knocked out. You were handcuffed against the ropes. You've been selling everybody. You're going after him with a sledgehammer to his house. I'm going to go after this guy, man. I'm going to hurt him, right? And you go lock up, and you're going for like basic body slams and lockups and like, really? That's what you're going to do? You're going to walk around the ring and stare each other down? Like, no one has to restrain you back? That's why they missed the boat, and that's why that's what you call, that should have been the payoff. People didn't get it. You know what I mean? They were selling us like lethal weapon movie scenario, right? And then they just gave us like a standard sparring match, pretty much, and that there was a disconnect there. You know what I mean? Where if you go back, if we use that parallel and we go back to WrestleMania 13, what made that match special? Is it just because Bret and Steve Austin were good workers? That wasn't what made it special. It was the psychology. They couldn't wait to get their hands on each other. So like, you know what I mean? Like they met in the aisleway where they're already having a full on fight before the match was official, because they sold it as, this ain't no standard match. There's gonna be a no disqualification, all right? Submission match, an I quit match, right? And made you think like, man, I can't picture Bret saying I quit. I can't picture Steve Austin saying I quit. Like, what's gonna happen? And then you got what you got. And Bret bleeding and passing out, and Ken Shamrock having to get Bret Hart off of him because he wouldn't let go of the sharpshooter because he really wanted to hurt Steve Austin. Like you almost wondered if, like, man, do these guys have like real beef backstage or something? Because it seems real to me. Right? That is what makes a match, the psychology is what makes it special. Right? And Steve Austin and Bret were just two other dudes, and they had the exact same match, right? And it was on ECW with no build-up. It would have just been just another hardcore match or some shit. Okay? But they made it believable. Like, that's what you need. Right? But you're telling me that you and Randy Orton are going to have a standard match, bro? It's like a regular match? Drop the ball. I'll give you a second example. The Triple H not having that psychology down. You know what I mean? WrestleMania 33, I believe it was. He was going to wrestle Seth Rollins. Okay? So they had beef. They had real beef with one another, right? Seth Rollins' leg was injured, at least per storyline, is how they were selling it. So he was going to have to miss WrestleMania again. But Seth Rollins was insistent, right? Seth Rollins was like, no, brother. We're going to have this match, bro. Okay? Like, I want a piece of Triple H. You know what I mean? It was a year in the making. I want a piece of Triple H. I want him at WrestleMania. They were, no, you're injured. You're not going to do this match, right? Then Triple H basically says, tell you what, we can have an unsanctioned match, so it's unsanctioned, okay? And you know what? We're going to have this unsanctioned match because you're not going to sue the company after what I do to you, right? You're a one-legged man. I remember that he cut a really good promo, okay, about 2 or 1 week before the big match at WrestleMania, right? And he told them, you ain't going to beat me because a one-legged man has never won at anything, right? And so that's how they went in. Like how is Seth Rollins going to beat Triple H? He just has one leg, and they're going to make it unsanctioned because he can't sue the company for what they're going to do to him. Triple H talking about he's going to end his career. You will never wrestle again after I'm done with you, and I'm glad because I never have to see you again. Okay. I wonder how they're going to sell this one, right? So everyone's all hyped up about the match, and then they go out there, and a couple minutes in the match, like Triple H trying to get the 3 count. Seth Rollins is kicking out. He's in parts of the match. He's forgetting that he has a bad leg. Like it's whatever, and you could say, "Well, that's not Triple H's fault." Now, Seth Rollins is the one that was forgetting. No, I get it, but that whole match, and I'm not saying it was in parts where he wasn't, but that whole match, of course, Triple H should have been working the leg, injuring it, dominating the match, okay, and at points having Seth Rollins beat, but refusing to cover him because his goal is not to win the match. His goal is to end his career. That's what they should have done. And since he's distracted and not going for the pin when he already had him beat, Seth Rollins pulls off some, roll or hits him with a quick pedigree or something and finishes him, right? You would think that would be the finish somehow. But instead, he had like a standard match, and it's what it was. It was just another standard match. Did it like I was watching that match wondering, why is this unsanctioned? Why did Triple H cut that promo saying he's going to end his career when he's like trying to win the match by pinfall? If anything, you're supposed to. He's one-legged, so you should already have him beat at 1-2, and then you don't finish the count and say, "Nah, I want to punish him. I'm not going to finish it right now. I'm going to punish you." And you have JR, whoever's announcing the match. I don't know about that, and like or whatever, right? Like Triple H, he doesn't just want to win the match; he wants to hurt him, right? But that's not what they did. I'm just saying. So those are 2 examples, right? 2 matches that I felt like the buildup was great, and Triple H was part of the buildup. The hype was there, and you were ready and excited to see what is Triple H going to do? You know what I mean? One time as a face, the other time as a heel, and in both cases failed. Like that's what happened. Like it was a failure. Like they didn't tell the story they were supposed to tell, right? And I think when Bret Hart talks about Triple H, when he talks about the psychology of it, and like he doesn't think Triple H is good, I think that's what he's talking about. And if I see it, you don't think Bret Hart sees it? I think he does. Now, I'll give Triple H credit. There is one time where he did do a good job, right? So, now he didn't have to do much, but it was in the Elimination Chamber. And Bill Goldberg had just, like he destroyed everybody. You know what I mean? And the crowd's going crazy. And it was what they were supposed to do. And when it was Triple H's time to come out, like he really sold fear. Like you could sense, well, this dude's scared of Goldberg. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to he even closed the glass door, and Ric Flair was holding it outside, and Goldberg broke through that shit, got him out, kicked his ass, laid him out. You know what I mean? And then Ric Flair threw the sledgehammer through the cage, and he ended up hitting him with a sledgehammer, but. That was an example. So I'm not saying like Hunter's incapable of lacking the psychology aspect, right? But for some reason in these big matches, he just seems to lack it. And those are 2 examples right there. My opinion. So I just wanted to give my quick take on that. But tell me, what do you think? Obviously, there's a lot of big Triple H fans out there that believe he's a great worker and stuff like that. I don't. I'm not gonna say he's not good, but he's not like if you were to tell me make me a list of the top 10, like he's not gonna be on the list. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't really make the top 10 on anything for me. So whether it's mic work, whether it's psychology, in ring work, athleticism, like none of that. Like I think Triple H is a good worker and could cut some good promos. I think he has a great mind for the business, but I think he misses. Sometimes there's a disconnect with the build-up and the actual match itself. So, Joshua Clark, top 10 heel. Probably not. Probably not. I'm not going to say for sure, but like I haven't sat down and thought about it, but probably not. Like, I'm not saying he's not good, but now let me get to why. In closing, let me get to why I believe Bret doesn't like Hunter and why I do believe he goes a little extra on Hunter, right? Obviously, Hunter did a lot of backstage politicking and talking, getting on people's ears, including Shawn Michaels, and was a big component as to why eventually the Montreal Screwjob ended up happening. Also, Hunter actively, worked a lot behind the scenes to bury some of Bret's guys after Bret was gone. So, and I think Bret takes that a little personal. And I don't know if he'll say that. I have heard Bret talk about, his guys, quote unquote, getting tarred and feathered when he left, but like I think it has a lot to do with that. You know what I mean? And I don't think he respects the fact that Hunter was very like slick about it and behind the scenes about it. You know what I mean? For those that don't know, that's where the nickname "The Game" came from. Because he played the game behind the scenes. So when they say "time to play the game," like I know it sounds cool or whatever, you know what I mean. But what that means, he was politicking behind the scenes. Like you know what I mean? It's what he was doing. And in fairness to Triple H, he's not the only guy. Okay, that was politicking. Wrestling is known for that, and to be honest, you need that element in it because without it, you have the product we have now, which is trash. You need guys like kind of working behind the scenes for positions and throwing ideas to Vince and trying to convince the higher ups which ideas are better. Like I know it's like an ugly thing, but but I think Bret just took it personal, like how every time Shawn Michaels was about to say, like, all right, fine, I'll do it, Vince. Like, the draw in Montreal or whatever, right? Like, it was Triple H, like, in his ear, like, no, he's going. And you're going to win. And then after Bret left, after that whole thing happened, they did, like, a little special on the Montreal Screwjob, like the WWF did, right? And Hunter was on it, man. He was one of the ones talking the most. And he was saying shit like, oh, Bret wanted to leave in a blaze of glory. I'll never forget him saying that. So, By the way, anyone who wants to talk any wrestling with me, let me know. These videos will be random, of course, and short. I'm not going to do like full 2 hours on it, but there's a wrestling audience out there, and I know a lot about the history of wrestling. So I thought I could come on here and talk. I haven't kept up with the product in the last few years, so kind of is what it is. However, the WWE is predictable, and all I have to do is glance a little bit. I kind of know what's going on. You know what I mean? But hey. What's going on? The Sweet Science Examiner says, I already shared my thoughts. Bret is entitled to his own opinion based on personal beef. I shared 2 examples of matches, in my opinion, that did what Bret says Triple H didn't do in his career in the WWF. Look, like if I were to just tell you guys right now, like right off the bat, like I can give you like if you were to tell me, hey, get Bret matches and Hunter matches, right? And give me like singles matches. Can't count triple threats because other guys are involved. Like, you know what I mean? Like just one-on-one, mano y mano. Well, that's it, right? Like honest to God, if you told me, hey, D-Style, give me a top 10 list of the best Bret and Triple H matches. Like not them against themselves, but I just mean just in general. Right? Them against everybody else. I swear to God, bro, all my top 10 will be Bret matches. And I'm not trying to be smart saying that. I know it's going to piss off a lot of Triple H fans, okay? Just right off the top of my head, Owen versus Bret, WrestleMania 10. Like, Hunter never had a match like that. Okay? Not even close. Bret against, Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, SummerSlam, in Wembley Stadium. Dude, Hunter Hearst Helmsley never touched a match like that, ever. Okay? Stone Cold versus Bret Hart never touched a match like that. The Iron Man match with Shawn Michaels never touched a match like that. I know he had the Iron Man match with The Rock, but it was okay, but I'm not too crazy about Iron Man matches, period. Don't get me wrong. But it's better than anything he ever did. By far. It's not even close. Even match, dude, you talk to the 1, 2, 3 kid, Sean Waltman, he says his best singles match ever was against Bret. His shit at King of the Ring with Bam Bam and Bigelow, better than anything this fucker ever did, match wise, storytelling wise, psychology wise. He can't fucking touch Bret. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Very few guys can touch Bret. The actual matches and all that. Very few guys can. You know what I mean? He had better matches with even his own friends. He had better matches with Diesel, with Sean. He had better matches with Sean Waltman. He had better matches with the whole clique. Razor Ramon. He had better matches with his own friends than Triple H. That's not a knock on Triple H. I'm just saying he can't touch Bret. That's the truth. I know he's in position right now and he's married to the boss's daughter. I get all that. And I'm not saying that's why he's where he's at. I'm just saying, even though we all kind of know that, but that's not what I'm arguing. I'm just saying, I know Triple H is good, but Bret Hart was just better. You know what I mean? The Super Swans Examiner, I understand that. I do agree that Bret takes it too far. He makes it seem like Hunter's trash. He's not trash. You know what I mean? But, saying. Just saying. With that said, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Anybody who just came in, man, just go back, watch the whole video and give me your honest thoughts. If you think Triple H is better than Bret, hey, by all means, that's your opinion. You know what I mean? It's definitely all about opinion. You know what I mean? But that's how I feel about it. And it's clear Bret doesn't like Triple H, but after everything Triple H did, you know what I mean? He just took it personal. That's what it is. You know what I mean? I think Bret sat over there in WCW and was like, why are they giving this guy a push, but not my brother Owen? I just think little things like that over time. You know what I mean? So, this is my thoughts on that. But Hunter's good, I'll tell you this right now. Compared to a lot of the kids now, Hunter, psychology-wise, they make Hunter look like a fucking beast, but because there is no psychology in wrestling anymore. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, okay? Every match looks the same. They're all doing the same moves, a bunch of super kicks and sequences. It looks like ballet now. It doesn't even look like a fucking match. It doesn't look like a fight. Like it's like ballet, springboarding off of everything. Everyone gets on the top rope now, so it doesn't mean anything. It's a high spot fest. Okay, they're kicking out of everything all the time. Like it's that's all it is, bro. That's all wrestling is now. And then that's for you, but it's obviously not working. 15 million people used to watch wrestling. More people watch wrestling than Monday Night Football at one point. So just think about that. WCW had more viewers when it was doing horrible, right? And they sold it, right? Than WWF is doing right now. WWE, I'm sorry. It's too scripted, absolutely. You know what I mean? So that's too many kickouts, too many. Like, you're supposed to protect moves. Like, you know what I mean? We know none of it hurts to the point where you can't continue. We already know that. So you're supposed to sell it to us, okay? So that's what it is. And then not only that, I don't want to watch a wrestling show and be reminded that it's not real like every other segment. The obsession with shoots became a thing. Okay, the obsession with, like, let me put it this way, okay, before I leave. Let me put it this way. I know that if I go to the movies and I watch a movie, right, I know it's not real, but I don't need the director to just show up and tell me, like, every fucking segment, you know? Hey, I'm the director, Billy. Thank you for watching. All right, we're going to turn the camera around now, okay? All right, action. Like we don't want to see that. That wouldn't make any fucking sense. Okay? Well, I don't want to know that. Like, I know someone's playing Thanos. Don't give me the, like, I don't need Captain America and Thanos to be calling each other by their real names all of a sudden to sell us some beef. Like I don't know what the fuck happened, bro. Like, this shit's stupid, bro. It's the Vince Russo shit. Okay? Like, I get it, maybe flirt with the lines a little bit, but holy fuck, right? If you're gonna have like, don't kayfabe the shoot. If we're gonna shoot. Then I'll do a whole nother video about that, okay? But the shit is just it's unwatchable now, man. I gotta be honest. For me, wrestling's unwatchable. All right. If I want to see people do like crazy shit, I'll watch like Ninja Warrior or some shit. You know what I mean? I'd rather watch that. And then that's just my thought on it, man. Like it's this obsession, you know, with, like, I just don't care. Like, it's like this, guys. Like, imagine, like, you take your kids to Disneyland, right? And then, like, the dude that has a Mickey Mouse costume, like, just, and Goofy costume, and they all just take off their masks. They just take it off and just walk around. Like, what are you doing? Oh, you didn't know it was fake or what? Like, yeah, bro, I know that there isn't such thing. Like, I know Mickey Mouse isn't real, but I'm at Disneyland. Like, put the fucking shit back on. Okay? And wave hi to my kid, and I'll take the picture, motherfucker. Okay? Like, what the fuck are you doing? That's what that's like, guys. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what it is. So, like, it's... That's the way it is. When Bret Hart went through a table, I remember the time Bret Hart... The first table I remember anyone going through was Bret. I'm not saying he was the first one, okay? Bret Hart was against the ring apron, okay? Diesel hit him, and he fell onto the table, and it was like a big deal because no one ever seen something like that, and it looked like something that can actually happen, right? Like, that's what made that spot crazy, all right? Now, like, they take the tables from the bottom and they stack them in the ring, and why wouldn't you just slam them on the concrete? Like, why are you slamming them on the table? Like, the table's gonna break their fall. That's what's so stupid about it. Like, the whole thing's dumb, dude. You know what I mean? Like, wrestling psychology has gone to shit. right? They fucked it all up. This business has been fucked up. And I don't give a fuck when anybody says the ECW started this bullshit. Okay? It hurt the business. It just did. All right? It's hard to sell an arm drag when motherfuckers are going through flaming tables. Okay? My opinion. Okay? But look, there's a lot of things that have been said about Bret. And I'm not here like I know it's gonna seem like it is, but I guess it is. I'm gonna speak out for Bret, man, because he gets attacked unnecessarily. And while I don't fully agree with what Bret says about Triple H, he does miss them. He's not that far off though. Like I just gave you 2 examples, like how Triple H fucked up 2 huge matches at WrestleMania. Right? Yeah, it was ECW, Boston Historian. That's what all those dudes, they mutilated themselves and like punched holes on themselves with thumbtacks and flaming tables, getting 3rd-degree burns and going like, you know what I mean? Like mutilating their bodies and shit. And then Paul Heyman wouldn't even pay them because they weren't making any money. Like, you know, these dudes were breaking their necks, like being like taken to hospitals and. Like, you know, like this shit's stupid, bro. Like what the fuck are they doing? Like, I know, like somewhere, like I remember, like in high school, like a lot of us watched wrestling, and we just thought it was cool. But like the generation after that had this obsession with like we knew it was fake, and it's like that word doesn't even bother me. Like, yes, wrestling is fake, right? So is movies, so is Star Wars, so is the Avengers. Okay? Godzilla and King Kong aren't real either. Okay? Like, I just knew it was performance, right? But my problem became like this generation of like, no, this is real. No, they take real punishment. Those chair shots are real. Like, why do you want these wrestlers to take real steel in the head for? Like, what do you get out of that? That's like a weird. I know Bret would like cover the chair shot with his hands, which was a smart thing to do. And there was like, I remember watching streams of people that would make fun of the wrestlers that covered the chair shot. You know what I mean? Like, why, bro? And then now what we know about CT scans and all of this shit, it's like unnecessary, bro. Like, you know, like they're supposed to do the opposite. They're supposed to not hurt each other. Okay? Like, they're not supposed to give each other concussions. They're not supposed to actually mutilate each other in the ring and puncture holes on themselves and cut themselves religiously with fucking. Look at New Jack, bro. Like, all the times he's cut himself. Have you seen his forehead? Like, goddamn, what are you doing to yourself? You know what I mean? Like, they would have to blade, obviously. Like I'm not completely against blading. That's what Austin did. I believe he bladed himself. If not, he cut himself the hard way at WrestleMania 13. But, like, come on. Not every match should have blood, bro. Okay? Like, goddamn. Right? Anyway, I went way off topic. I could talk about this wrestling shit forever. Okay? If anyone ever wants to do a wrestling show, okay? If you know, I know there's a lot of guys I've seen out there that talk wrestling and maybe the wrestling community doesn't show you love and you're not really getting views and stuff. Look, man, just, you know, hit me up and we could talk wrestling on my platform. It wouldn't be, I'm not going to replace my boxing stuff with it, obviously, right? Like, I'm not going to like, hey, Chief Funky, sorry, bro, but I'm going to do a wrestling show right now. Like, no, all right? But I do want to do, like, you know, kind of range some time. There's a lot of things I want to talk about. And not to shit on the business, but just, you know, to talk about stuff that's, I'm more interested in like the Attitude Era, the Monday Night Wars era, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And even like the early 90s, that's like my era right there. You know, 80s a little bit, but so let me know. We could chop up some boxing, man. But that is it. Well, that's it. I'm out of here. Peace.